Hey guys, I literally have not filmed in like a week and a half because I'm going on like 3 weeks now of feeling like crap. I thought I was better, I felt great for 3 days, and then it just hit me again, like this massive sinusy congested head cold. So Steven, Aiden, and I have all been sick, and it's just, I haven't done anything for the channel, so it was a good thing I had a couple videos from the other day that I had, whenever was the last time I filmed, I don't even remember, that I just had backed up to upload. So I'm still not like 100% better, but I have a couple things to haul. This is like my splurge haul because this is stuff I wouldn't normally get but was like obsessing over it. The first thing, and I'm gonna do reviews of all of this stuff on the blog anyway, but I just wanted to do like I've been playing with them, so my first impressions of them. This is the Cindy Luminizer from theBalm, and this is their brand new one. They have the Betty Luminizer, which is like the bronzing powder, and then they have the Mary Luminizer, which is like my favorite highlighter ever. This one, it's just a champagne color, and you can use these as eyeshadow or as a face highlight. Now the Cindy Luminizer one is more on the pinky peach side, just so you can tell the difference. So this is Cindy Luminizer, and then this is the Mary Luminizer. So there's a big difference in color anyway. That is Cindy and that is Mary. So if you already have the Cindy Luminizer one, the Mary one is, I mean, if you already have the Mary Luminizer one, don't worry about it being too close color-wise. I do find that the Cindy Luminizer one is a little too pigmented for my liking to use as a highlight. You have to use it really, really light because it's got so much like pinky peach pigmentation to it, but I do like using it as a blush. So if you like shimmery blush, then it's perfect for that. Now the other two things, I got this because I was obsessing over the Nars Final Cut collection. I love everything in that collection is shades of pink, and it's just, the whole collection is so pretty. But I got the one thing that I really wanted from it. This is the Adelaide, I believe it's pronounced, Illuminator. Just comes in the regular Nars box. And this is actually that's all I have on my cheeks right now is this. So it is pigmented, it's not a highlighter per se, it's more of a like a liquid blush. I know I said, it was months ago, I kept putting off getting the Copacabana one, which is in their permanent line. I was obsessing over that, and I was like, I don't want to spend 30 bucks on it, and then I don't know how my brain works. As soon as I saw this pink one, I was like, I need that now. So I ended up getting this. You need like the tiniest bit, and this is gonna last forever. There is 1.1 ounces in here, and seriously, all that's on each cheek is like a little dot. It is on the glittery side, so if you don't like that, I don't know how well you can see. My lips are all chapped. I look horrible from being sick, and this eye won't stop watering, and it's driving me nuts. But really, really like this so far. The reason I didn't end up getting the Copacabana one was because I found the NYX liquid illuminator in Sunbeam, which is pretty close to it. Not as glittery, but if you're looking for a good dupe for the Copacabana one, the NYX Sunbeam one is really nice. So that's that, and then the other thing, which I saw shortly after the Illuminator, was the Narcissist eye palette. Just comes in a box like this, and for like size comparison, it's the same size as the Guy Bourdin blush palette, same exact size. So you get 15 shades in here, and I ended up the official release date for this is February 2nd, I believe. They had it for a limited time already on the Nars website, then they took it off. And then Nordstrom had it first, but it's sold out, and they said they're getting them back for February or whatever. And I kept putting it off, and then I was scared that they were sold out because I couldn't find it anywhere, so I googled like everywhere that sells Nars, and I ended up finding it on the Lord & Taylor website. So if you're still looking for it and you don't want to wait until February 2nd, I don't know when this video is going to get up, but lordandtaylor.com has it, or at the time of me making this video, it's still up there. Now, when I got this, I was scared that it was broken because they just had, it was a big white box, like about this big, and the palette was just in here floating around the box. It didn't have any bubble wrap whatsoever, so I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be broken when I open it. Thankfully, Nars usually puts like this cardboard protector inside their boxes, so it wasn't broken when I opened it, but Lord & Taylor has shitty packaging, just so you know. So, like I said, there's 15 shades. I kept hearing, after I had already ordered it, mixed reviews about how some of these shades aren't, because these are all eyeshadows that are either Nars singles or in a Nars duo, so people were comparing them and saying that the ones in here aren't as pigmented as the original ones in the singles and duos. I was worried about it. Now that I have it in my own hands and can form my own opinion on it, I have no problem with it. Maybe I don't have enough Nars eyeshadows to say that these are bad pigmentation or whatever, but I see no issues with them. So the only thing I don't like is the colors. Like, the colors are nowhere on the back. They're listed on the back of the box, but I don't think they're in order. So that kind of sucks. So if you see me looking down, it's because I wrote down the colors and I'm trying to go with that. So the first one here, oh, I didn't swatch the liquid illuminator. I'm sorry. I'm out of it. So it's going off topic for a second. I just put way too much on so that you can see, but it's like a kind of like a lavender pink, and yeah, that's way too much. See? Like, really, I would only put this much. So there's a real heavy swatch of it, and then there's what it looks like sheared out. Really, really pretty pink. Okay, back to the eyeshadow palette. This first color here is called All About Eve number 1, because it was in the All About Eve duo. And this is a flesh-toned, kind of beige color. I would call it a satin. And that's what that one looks like. Next one is Mad Rag number 2, which is a matte, or described as a matte caramel. So this one, see, my lights are making too many shadows now. I'll have the swatch pictures up anyways. So the pigmentation on that one isn't that great, but it's a good transitional color. Then we have Fez, which is described as a velvety cocoa. It's kind of like a shimmery brown there. And that one is kind of making a mess, but that's a really pretty color, and here it is swatched. And I don't know what it was that made me want this palette so badly, because I have so many neutral palettes already, but I've been obsessed with Nars lately, so it's like, had to have it. Bali is a matte dark brown, which is this one right here. It's almost like a grayish brown. So that is what that one looks like. Oh, my hand's still wet from the stupid wipe. So that's Bali. Coconut Grove is a really deep brown. This is, I guess, one of their more popular colors. This one's very, like, silky smooth. It's a really dark brown. And that one swatches really nicely, too. Kind of made a mess because I got too much on my finger. Alright, so for the next row, hold on, flip my page here. Mad Rag number 1 is a matte cream. That's this one right here. That is, I used a couple of these shades today actually. I have this one as my highlight. That one's really nice. And this is like my exact skin color, so you're probably not going to be able to see it. It's right there. I don't know why it looks darker on camera. Where did it go? Nepal is a soft sheer rose right here. I'm sorry, I keep blinding you because the lights are right in front of me. That's what this one looks like. That one's got some shimmer to it. And so just a couple of the matte shades aren't that great, but other than that, 15 Nars eyeshadows in one palette. I've never seen that from them before, so I believe this Narcissist line is something they're gonna continue with, so who knows what we'll get in the future. Ashes to Ashes is a shimmery violet-based brown, which doesn't really look brown to me, but that's how it's described. It's still really pretty. So, swatch over here. That's what that one looks like. Again, has some shimmer to it. Brucé, I think is how this is pronounced. Brucé number 2 is a black violet. It's just a really, really dark purpley color. That's what that one looks like. And that one has some hints of shimmer in it as well. Then, Mekong, a lot of these I can't pronounce, is in espresso brown with gold shimmer. This one's super pretty. And this one's really soft too. And I like that the shimmer is really fine in this one, so it transfers well when you put it on the eye, or when you put it on the skin. And then for the last row we have Bellissima number 1, which is a shimmery beige. This one doesn't have too much pigment to it, it's more of just like a shimmery top coat type of shadow. Once you blend it out, it's showing up super pigmented, but once you see it, it's more of just like a gold and yellow type shimmer. Alright, and then we have Lhasa, which is a lavender gray, right here. And that is probably one of my favorite colors in the whole palette. That's this one right here. Then the last 3, we have Bad Behavior, which is a deep pewter, and that's exactly what this is. Just a silvery gray color. It's that one right there. And then Dorgan number 2 is a charcoal, which is like an off black color. This one's really soft too. It's funny how a lot of them have different textures, and like I said, I don't own that many Nars shadows, so I can't tell you. I don't have any of these already to compare, which I thought was good because a lot of people were saying, oh, I already have like 5 of those shades, I don't know if I want the palette. Anyway, this is Dorgan number 2, the charcoal color. That's a matte. And then, well, It looks matte anyways. Pandora number 2 is just a matte black, and that's the last one here. And I just realized I haven't taken pictures of this for my blog yet, and I got fingerprints in all of them now. I hate when I do that. So that's the matte black. It's a little bit powdery, but it's definitely workable. That's the black right there. So that is, in a nutshell, the Nars Narcissist Eye Palette. Like I said, I was worried because a lot of people were giving it bad reviews, but I think I own, like, I can show you right now, I have 2 Nars eyeshadows and 1 Nars eyeshadow duo, so that's all I have for Nars eyeshadows. The first one I ever got was Tropic, which is this crazy chunky glittery aqua color. That's got like a drier texture, but I love it. Mississippi Mermaid is one that I just recently got from the Guy Borden collection. Been using that constantly. And then, what is it, Mad Mad World, the duo. So I love all of these, and I ended up loving this palette too, so I have no complaints with it, except a couple of the matte shades, like I said, are a little bit hard to work with, but they're workable. So you definitely need a good primer, but I don't know of anyone anymore who puts eyeshadow on without using primer. So this is the Narcissist eyeshadow palette, or Narcissist eye palette. My only gripe with it, like I said, was that there's no color names on the back, so that kind of sucks. I might actually make little stickers just to put on the back of this, because it's kind of difficult when you do a tutorial or something and you don't have the color name at the ready so you can say which color you're using. But other than that, I love that. I love the Adelaide, I'm gonna call it blush because I can't use it as a highlighter. It's kind of, if you use it really, really light, you might be able to, but I mean, it's got pink tint to it, so I don't know why you would want to put pink tint on your cheekbones and stuff, but and the Cindy Luminizer, really been liking that too. So those are the 3 things I wanted to swatch and talk about, and I'll have reviews up on the blog soon. They'll be linked below once they're done, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.